Before the moonwalk. Before the glove. There was a 10-year-old kid from Gary, Indiana, who was already unstoppable. It's 1968. America is changing fast. The Vietnam War is raging. Soul music is king. And Motown Records just signed 5 brothers from a small steel town in Indiana. The youngest one, little Michael Jackson, was only 9 years old. This kid didn't just perform, he commanded the room. His footwork, his spins. But the moment he hit that stage with the Jackson 5, something was different. James Brown was his idol. His energy, it was pure raw talent that no one had ever seen in someone so young. And you could see every single influence in every step he took. By 1971, Michael was just 13 years old, but he was already going solo. His moves were sharper, his confidence was bigger, and that signature smoothness. Already there, the boy from Gary, Indiana, was evolving right before America's eyes. It's 1973. Bell-bottoms, platform shoes, and the Jackson 5 owning every TV stage in America. Look at 15-year-old Michael. Those footwork combinations, that natural groove, that showmanship. While other kids were watching Saturday morning cartoons, this teenager was redefining what live performance even meant. By 1974, Michael was 16, and something was shifting. The afro was bigger, the stage presence was bolder, and those moves were getting smoother by the minute. This was peak Soul Train era America, and Michael Jackson was becoming the standard that every performer measured themselves against. 1975, and look at this, all white outfits. Synchronized moves, pure elegance. Michael is 17 now, and the raw energy of that little kid from Gary, Indiana, is transforming into something more refined, more powerful. This wasn't just dancing anymore. This was artistry, and America hadn't seen anything yet. And then came 1983. The sequined jacket, the single glove. The Jerry Curl Michael Jackson wasn't just a performer anymore. He was a phenomenon. Thriller had just dropped and was shattering every record on the Billboard charts. Every kid in America was trying to copy his moves. Every single one. (1987). Michael Jackson leaves the brothers behind and hits the world stage completely alone. The Bad Tours, his very first solo world tours. And he showed up in full armor, leather, buckles, pure attitude. 4.4 million fans across 15 countries watched this man redefine what a live concert even was. Nobody in rock, pop, or soul could touch him. 1992. The smooth criminal lean. Defying gravity, defying logic, defying everything your high school physics teacher ever told you. That white fedora, that cream suit, those two-tone shoes, and a move so impossible that NASA scientists actually studied how he did it. This wasn't dancing, this was magic. 1993 Super Bowl halftime show. The biggest stage in American history. 133 million people watching from their living room couches. And Michael Jackson just stood there for 90 seconds without moving a single muscle. Just letting America go absolutely insane. Then he exploded. That gold belt, those studded black pants, and a performance that forever changed what the Super Bowl halftime show even meant. $1,995. Just 2 feet. One spotlight. Pure silence. And yet, every single person in that arena forgot how to breathe. Those iconic black pants. Those silver-tipped shoes gliding across the stage like gravity had simply given up on him. This was the MTV Video Music Awards, and Michael Jackson reminded every musician alive exactly who was in charge. $1999. A new millennium was knocking on the door, and Michael Jackson was still the most dangerous dancer on the planet. That black jacket, those white-tipped fingers, that signature hip isolation nobody on earth could duplicate. While everyone else was worried about Y2K, Michael was in rehearsals, perfecting moves that didn't even have names yet. (2001) Madison Square Garden. 43 years old, surrounded by the next generation who grew up worshiping him. And Michael Jackson was still the most electric man in the room. Some things never change. And then 2002. Nobody knew it then. Nobody could have known. But this was the last time Michael Jackson would ever perform live on a stage. That black jacket, that iconic fedora, those dancers behind him fading into the shadows like the world was already saying goodbye without realizing it. From a 10-year-old kid in Gary, Indiana, who just wanted to dance, to the greatest performer planet Earth has ever seen. He didn't just change music. He didn't just change dance. He changed what it meant to be human on a stage. The lights went down that night in 2002, and they never came back up again.
I
2009. A rehearsal room in Los Angeles. No screaming crowds. No spotlights. No pyrotechnics. Just Michael Jackson and his dancers, preparing for what was supposed to be the greatest comeback in music history, the This Is It tour. 50 sold-out shows at the O2 Arena in London. Every single ticket gone in 4 hours. The whole world was waiting. He was teaching them, correcting them, pushing them. Every arm angle, every foot placement, every single count of the music. Because for Michael, there was no such thing as close enough. There was only perfect. There was only right. There was only the show. From Gary, Indiana, in 1968, to a rehearsal room in Los Angeles in 2009. 41 years of the most extraordinary dance evolution any human being has ever given this world. We were so lucky to watch it happen. We just didn't know how lucky we were until it was gone. Nobody knew that in just a few weeks, on June 25, 2009, the phone calls would start. The news alerts would break, and every single Gen X kid who grew up watching this man on their television sets, buying his cassette tapes, practicing his moves in their bedroom mirrors, would stop completely and just cry.